The city of Sinjar cannot forget. These hillside homes still bear the marks of the violence led by the Islamic State group in the region. 400,000 people lived in Sinjar before 2014. 9 years after the genocide perpetrated against the Yazidi minority, only 150,000 have returned.
I returned in 2017. First we went to Sinoon and we stayed in a house for almost a year. The house was rented and we couldn't afford it, so we came back here.
Not far from the ruins of their old home, this family of 9 now lives in 2 narrow rooms, rebuilt with the help of NGOs.
We left the camp because it was difficult there too. Every day someone's tent burned down and we didn't belong there. It was very difficult. In the past we used to have livestock here, but even that has gone now, and without rain it's not possible. Without any salary or income it's difficult to live here. There is no electricity, so we are forced to buy diesel for generators, which is expensive.
The signing of the Sinjar agreement in 2020 between Baghdad and Kurdish authorities promised reconstruction, but access to public services in the province remains limited. Local and international aid initiatives have to fill the gap. A French-funded hospital is being built at the entrance to the town.
All healthcare centres in Sinjar provide only primary healthcare services. The centre here includes operation rooms, beds and all necessary medical equipment and tools.
Construction is due to be completed by the end of the year, providing 25 beds, 2 operating theatres and a delivery room. Project managers hope it will convince former residents to return.
Before this hospital project, if someone from Sinjar got sick or needed surgery, they would have to drive 1.5 to 2 hours to reach Tel Afar or Mosul.
Despite these efforts, returning to Sinjar comes at a price for most Yazidis. The genocide orchestrated by the Islamic State group left deep scars. This long-oppressed religious minority now says the lack of action from Iraqi authorities shows they are being ignored.
As you can see, the second floor of the house was burnt.
Lacking any other options, Sadoun and his family moved back here in December 2020.
It quickly became difficult because every day I go to work, I pass by a mass grave on the street. This is really hard to confront and reminds me of what took place here every day. As the young men of Sinjar, we all need to shoulder our responsibilities and try to save the area. What we need now is support for a program to keep peace in the area, and we need to have one ruling authority that controls the area and not several different factions.
No one feels free to go into too much detail about the current security situation. The Iraqi army is still fighting Yazidi militia for control of Sinjar. The latter fought the Islamic State group in 2014 alongside the PKK, the Kurdistan Workers' Party, and now refuse to hand over control of the province. Last year, local violence drove several thousand residents to leave once again. About 15 families found refuge at this camp, Mam Rashan, near Dohuk.
I went back to Shingal. There were skirmishes and the situation wasn't good. So I came back to the camp. We found ourselves in the middle of that battle. Nobody knew what was going on. If somebody shot at my house, I wouldn't know who to complain to. Where would I go? To the Iraqi army or to the others? To the PKK? You don't know who's in charge of the area. There's nobody. So that's why I lost hope. And I won't go back to Shingal.
His neighbour Hayam is not so forthright, but she does say she wants guarantees from the Iraqi authorities and the Kurds.
I'm one of those who came back 6 years ago, but all our work there was again all in vain. Until the authorities fully recognise the genocide, we can't return. We won't go back.
The Yazidis' demand for the Iraqi authorities to recognise the genocide would give all families the right to compensation. But the authorities are currently only promising negotiations to implement the 2020 agreement. A ministerial decree last December did, however, give them back the right to property, which had been taken away in 1975 during a campaign of Arabization. It's a small glimmer of hope. This family could claim a piece of land that's currently state property, but they remain extremely reluctant to return.